But my dude, we got one topic left, man.
All right.
We got all of this DC madness going on. You know, I told Elliot this, I never, or Eman, or maybe I told all of y'all, I said it on the show. I can't remember who I told, but I told somebody that when it comes to DC news, Larry, I never get excited. I never pay attention to the details. Because the DC news, the entertainment stuff about their movies, about their television shows, it changes all the time. It changes more than we change our underwear. Every other week, there's a new director or a new script or a cancellation or a new head or the company's being bought out, or it's always a mess. So I'm just like, look, I'll just see the movies when they come out. But again, things ain't changed, man. You know, we found out a couple of weeks ago that James Gunn, your boy that was doing Guardians of the Galaxy over at Marvel, has left. Well, not left because he's still, and I got an opinion about that too. You know, but he's the co-CEO with Jeff Safran over at DC Films right now. And everybody thought this was going to be a good thing, and it still may be, but they're like, no, we got some plans of our own, and we want to make some changes. We're going to potentially change everything. Some of it's true, some of it's false, some of it is lying in the middle, and we're going to break it all down. And this is the final topic of the day. I got multiple articles. I know we're not going to go through them line by line, but this one right here from Deadline, DC disruption has town jittery. What's next for Man of Steel and other sequels after the Wonder Woman 3 jolt? And we got a few of them, Larry. You know, a planned Batman movie that was going to be moving forward with Michael Keaton has been reportedly canceled. Also, remember the Batgirl directors that movie got canceled before they moved into post-production? They may be coming back. You know, they got a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran.
It sounds like the movie, they're finished shooting it, except for maybe some pickup shots. It sounds like they finished shooting it. It would be a shame to let it go to waste.
We're going to talk about it. But Jason Momoa may step down as Aquaman. We also may not get Henry Cavill back as Superman. And Wonder Woman 3 has been canceled because Patty Jenkins walked away. And also your boy James Gunn responded to all this in some of his tweets in the past few days. So out of all this, Larry, what tickles your fancy the most? Wonder Woman 3 getting canceled, Aquaman possibly not coming back as Aquaman, or a canceled Batman Beyond movie? Which one, you know, I mean, did you like Batman Beyond? Did you ever watch that show?
I did. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm happy about this shakeup. I'm happy about all of it because I think the DCEU is just, the DC cinematic universe has been trash. It's been terrible. The movies have been bad. I haven't enjoyed them. There's been only a couple that I've enjoyed. I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman. I was offended by the second one that, you know, that here she is, this superhero from, you know, and the only thing she can think of to bring back is a man. I'm like, God, they just really just, I mean, come on. That was just terrible. Terrible villain in that movie. Everything about that movie was trash. But, and I mean, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, I get why he would want to leave that role because it should be a cool role. And whoever's been writing for that role has just been bad. It has not been that good.
I disagree.
But I did not think Aquaman was a very good movie. It was okay at best. I mean, as I have said, with the exception of Batman, I think all of the hero movies on the DC side have been pretty bad, with the exception of that first Wonder Woman. That one's been pretty good. The other superhero movies have been pretty bad, but their villain movies have been really good. And part of the reason why I probably like Batman is because he's not a straight up true hero. He's a bit of a both. He's a good guy and not a bad guy, but he's a vigilante. So he's sort of walking that line.
Well, so are you disappointed that this potential Batman Beyond was canceled?
I'm not disappointed on any of it's canceled because, to be honest with you, I feel like they really need to come in wipe the slate clean. I would not even be disappointed, with the exception if they got rid of Gal Gadot, because I like her as Wonder Woman. But I wouldn't be disappointed if they came in and wiped the entire slate clean and said, we're going to build up from the ground up and get this right. I would be okay with that.
So let me clarify. You're okay if James Gunn and Peter Safran come in and just wipe the whole thing clean, just start all the way over with from scratch, new actors, new actresses, the whole thing. You'll be happy with
everything. Just go ahead and scrap it and write, and just go ahead and just do like they did at Marvel. Just go ahead and start phasing it out. Just say this is going to be phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, and just start building out the universe in such a way that people can really enjoy it. I'm okay with that.
Let me do about this right here. Let me talk about Aquaman first real quick. And with my plan, report that Jason Momoa is to step down as Aquaman DCEU role. This would be a horrible idea to me. This would be stupid because, for one, you said that you didn't really care for Aquaman. That's fine. It's all subjective.
Let me be clear. It's not him. It was the movie and the writing. I like him.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of the movies.
Okay. All right. Cool. Gotcha. You saw the Rotten Tomato score right there. Okay. So it was received decent. Now, I remember seeing the movie twice in theaters myself. When I saw it the first time, I liked it, but it left a bad taste in my mouth. When I saw it the second time in IMAX, I don't know what came over me, but I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite movies at that time. Still is one of my favorite comic book movies. Not saying it's the best, but what they did visually with the IMAX and all that, I thought was just stellar. And then, look, bro, it made so much damn money. $1.1 billion. Like, guys out there, how do you not want to come back to a franchise when your first one makes $1.1 billion? That doesn't make any sense. And you're saying that you want to step down as Aquaman like a year before the second one comes out? Like, that should make the studios not even want to work with you anymore, because they've already invested so much into this franchise and you're not even promoting it the right way. And I know Professor Film Fan is saying he should play Lobo. Me personally, I'm not necessarily excited about the Lobo character. I just don't really like the character. I'm not saying the character may even be trash. That may be blasphemous to some people, but I'm just not too thrilled with the character of Lobo. And so that just doesn't tickle my fancy. It doesn't really get me excited. And so the first one, like I said, made $1.1 billion worldwide. What are you going to do if the second movie makes another 1.1 billion or 1.5 billion? You're going to step away after that and be like, no, I don't want to make another $1 billion, and then run it and take the chance of being recast to a lesser known character that nobody's heard of that may make the same amount of money as Black Adam? That's insane to me. Like, why would you do that? Why would Jason Momoa want to do that? Why would the studio? Did you hear what I just said, Larry? Does that make any sense? Like,
that he doesn't want to that about him being cast as a lesser known character?
The first one made 1.1 billion. The second one comes out a year from now. What if it makes another 1.1 billion or more? You're going to step away from that to take the chance on being cast as Lobo that may not make any money. Does that make any sense to you?
I mean, he might be banking on the fact that it's going to make more money, and the fact he's already said he wants to step away may be his way of saying, "I give me more money to stay."
So, so you think it is a smart idea to step away from a $1.1 billion franchise to a lesser known character that may not make that much money? Do you think that's a good idea?
I think it really depends on what he needs for himself creatively. If Aquaman is not doing it for him, then he needs to go. I personally would rather see him leave DC altogether and just come over to the MCU.
Wait. How's it not working for him? I mean, is anybody out there saying, Jason Momoa's Aquaman sucks, he's destroying the role? Like, what?
There may not be. No, they're not saying he's destroying the role, but no one's out there talking about these are good movies. No one's out there saying that these are wonderful films, and they're not. They're mediocre at best, and no one is up there no one's saying that he's destroying them, but no one's giving him accolades for the roles either.
Well, I don't know. I Aquaman was a joke character before this movie came out. I think he made the character look cool. I think he made the character look badass. I mean, they actually had him on a seahorse looking like a badass with spikes. And so
I think he did a good job at that as well. I think he did a good job of making the character much more robust, if I should say that.
Gotcha. I mean, just from a business standpoint, I'm just looking at it like this. The movie, it may not have been the best, but it was received well by the audience and the critics. They at least liked the movie. It made a F ton of money. And if the second one does this as well or more, and you still want to like, no, I don't know. That's like, that just doesn't make sense to me to step away from something that's making so much money to a lesser known character that nobody's ever heard, that the general audience has never heard of. My mom has heard of Aquaman. She may not go see the movie. My mom and dad has heard of Aquaman. My grandparents, when they was here, well, I don't want to go that far, but everybody's heard of Aquaman. Nobody's heard of Lobo. So I just think that's a bit foolish.
But, maybe he wants something different. I mean, maybe he can do both. I mean, you have what's his name? Oh God, what's the dude's name that plays Thanos? He plays multiple characters in the MCU.
I got you. Now, let's talk about Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman 3 and how that potentially may not be coming back. So when we look at all the breakdown of what's going on with Wonder Woman, you know, at first I on off jump, I thought it was that they was just like, no, your script sucks. You know, we don't want to work with you anymore. But that's not the case. If you get into the reports, for one, they was talking about how the studio is going to save a ton of money because Gal Gadot was leaning on to getting around $20 million for Wonder Woman 3. And Patty Jenkins, the director, was going to get around 10 to 12 million. You know, and so if they're not moving forward with it, that's tens of millions of dollars that they're saving. You know, possibly can just have her come back in a Justice League film, a crossover, or whatever. But when we get into all the details, Patty Jenkins submitted her script to the studio heads, not even Peter Safran and James Gunn, and they was like, yeah, this is not necessary. No, she did introduce it to them, and they were just like, hey, this is not the direction that we want to go. You know, can you give us another pitch? She wanted to stand her ground and be like, no, you know, F y'all, I want to do my own thing. I like the arc that this character is going, that I came up with. You guys don't know what a character arc is. I know more than you. Larry, when I found that those details, it pissed me the F off, bro. It's I was severely upset about that. Shout out to Tyra in the chat. Struggle Reviewz TV. How you doing?
Oh snap! I see you.
Y'all subscribe to her channel. My thing is this: I understand that it's your baby. You know, you built Wonder Woman as far as the big screen is concerned, and you know you probably feel a certain type of way about your Wonder Woman 3 script. And you know you don't want anybody to have those hands on it. You probably get annoyed that so many people are, you know, I mean, so many people are coming in and coming out, and you really don't know what's going on. I can understand the frustration, and I don't really like necessary studio involvement myself. I mean, like when you lay out your plan with the studio, the directors or the creators, and they're like, okay, this is where we're going to go with the franchise. Then let the cook his food and do what they're going to do. Don't come in and then try to ask, but like, no. We already had the ingredients and the recipe written down. This is what we agreed on. Don't try to come in the kitchen when I'm trying to do my thing. You know, like to me, this is a completely different situation with Marvel when all those directors walk, whether it was Scott Derrickson or Edgar Wright with the original Ant-Man movie. But I look at it like this with her situation. It's not like she turned in her script, her Wonder Woman 3 script, and they said, we don't like it. We want you to do this, this, and this, and keep it within this realm. No, there was like, it's just not fitting into the whole picture. Go back to the drawing board and come back with something else. Why can't you do that if you're still going to have majority creative control, if my assumptions are correct? And then the article goes on to say that she's walking and she wants to go on and do other projects. that even makes even dumber sense because you can do the whole thing to where you make a movie for the studio and then you do one for you. Make one for the studio and then do one for you. Just be like, okay, I'll go back to the drawing board, redo my Wonder Woman 3 script, turn it in, and once I do this for you and then it does great, you finance my next movie that doesn't have to do with comic book movies. I do that, and then I come back for Wonder Woman 4 and you keep switching spots. Why can't you do that? She's been stubborn in my opinion, and it's frustrating. I gotta take some water. But what do you think about that, sir?
I mean, she probably is being a bit stubborn, and they're probably thinking like, this is a great opportunity to get rid of her and find somebody else that's just as talented and half the price.
But they don't want to get rid of her because they said pitch us another script.
Well, then pitch another script then. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, I get it. Some of these folks get out there, they get all up in their feelings. They spend a lot of time. They put together what they think is a winning script, and then the studios don't like it. But the fact of the matter is you have new people that are coming in with new ideas, and they want to take things in a different direction. And you can't come in there with a script designed for the last team and hand it to this team. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. But I think, honestly, she just needs to go back to the drawing board and write something else and then pitch them that. And if not, then they should just dump her and go find somebody else and then get the movie made. I don't think this is one of those things. It's like with directors and actors and all these people, they are, and I hate to call anybody, expendable or disposable, but they kind of are. That's true. Character. Wonder Woman is a character that can be played by multiple actors and actresses. That movie can be directed by multiple directors. It doesn't need any one particular. Like, somebody may have a great vision for them, but if that vision doesn't work out, doesn't mesh with the studio, find somebody else with a great vision.
I got you. Where's that comment at? Where is it at? I'm gonna pick on somebody. Tara, what do you think they should do with this series? Why are they blocking your comment? Let me see what Tara says, because it popped up on here. She cussing in the thing. Hold on, what Tara? Where did the comment go? They took it away. Oh, damn it! It's not gonna let me. Hold on. Yeah, Tara, they don't like your comment. Damn it! They won't show it. I can see it over here, but I can't pull it up on the screen. But anyway, Tyra says, why is it even up for the discussion? Throw her ass out. Wow. Because 84 was tied like Converse. Terrible film. I don't know
was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was horrible. And it was, I did not like that movie. And it was disappointing in multiple ways. I'll tell you what I would like them to do while they're working on their other stuff, while they're trying to build up and get the other stuff going. Just give us one or two more Suicide Squads. Give us that. How about this? Give us another Suicide Squad. Give us a Joker movie, and then give us another season of Peacemaker that leads into a movie of Peacemaker. Give us a Peacemaker series in the summer with a movie in the fall or in the winter. And then by that time, 2024 should be there, and you could have your whole new DC universe kicked off.
So, I was going to ask you that, man. What if they get rid of because James Gunn, he did do the Eagly show, Peacemaker, which we loved. Mm-hmm. I know you did. What if they get rid of that too? You think they should keep that or get rid of that as well?
Oh, they should definitely. Because now I'll be upset if they get rid of that. That show was dope.
So they should keep Peacemaker. Should they keep the latest Suicide Squad?
Keep them. They can expand the squad if they want to. That seems like something they plan on doing.
Should they keep the standalone Robert Pattinson Batman films and the Joker? No, get rid of that.
No, keep the Joker, but the Robert Pattinson Batman film should never have been made.
So keep Joker, which is a separate thing. Keep Peacemaker and keep Suicide Squad. Yeah. But is there anything else that should keep? I'm trying to think.
I mean, I like, like I said, I like the first Wonder Woman. I wouldn't mind seeing a Wonder Woman series that didn't even have her. It didn't have to be a Wonder Woman series. It could be a series about them. about the mascara and all of them. I would like to see a series like that leads into a movie.
So no more Henry Cavill, bro.
I won't miss him.
You won't miss him? Okay.
I won't miss him.
Now this is what I would do if it was up to me. I would come out with the Flash next year, and I will have that reboot the series, the whole DCEU, and just like they do in the comics, they reboot the New 52. They reboot it all the time. I would have a new actor come and reprise the role as the Flash because we got to get Ezra out of there. He's too much trouble.
Crazy.
He's a menace to society. It's just he should not be getting roles when he's just doing all this crazy stuff and fails to apologize. I will still reboot so have a new Flash come in. I will still reboot the DCEU. However, I will still keep the same actors. I will keep Henry Cavill as Superman. I will keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and I would also bring back Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. Batman. I would also have a new Green Lantern Corps television show that will premiere on HBO Max with a weekly release like they do with the Marvel shows and Disney Plus, while also have in the works a Green Lantern movie, whether it's Hal Jordan, the black guy, I forgot his name, I can't believe it, Johns. If they wanted to, and I don't care to see it, but if they wanted to continue to do this, I wouldn't trip. If they kept the Robert Pattinson Batman solo and the Joker thing solo, they can do that. If they got rid of it, I wouldn't care. But if they kept it, I wouldn't care. Of course, keep the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, and I would keep Jason Momoa as Aquaman. And I would still bring The Rock in as Black Adam. Just a reboot, but just keep all the characters the same.
You keep Zoe Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah. As a Catwoman?
No, because that's in the separate universe. Actually, no, scrap Robert Pattinson. I don't care about that. Get it all the Robert Pattinson.
He's gone.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
That was quick. He's gone.
Get him out of there. But we definitely got to have. I definitely want Bruce Wayne to come back. I want Ben Affleck to write a 5-script movie, a 5-movie thing. Just write them all, like another origin of Batman, and 4 movies, 4 or 5 movies. Just write them all at once. You can also cast his brother Casey Affleck as the younger version of Batman, and Ben Affleck can play the older version of Batman. What you think of that?
That would be interesting.
Right there. Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Struggle reviews. Tyra, keep Peacemaker, Suicide Squad. Keep Peacemaker, Suicide Squad. Batman and the Joker. Scrap everything else. All of it. I'll just watch the OG Linda Carter series at this point. Might She-Hulk it up, and we don't have time. Right on.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. Okay, Tyra, thank you for that.
I like it.
But you do like I don't think I've ever really said that out loud before, but Casey Affleck is like the younger version of Bruce Wayne, because Batman Bruce Wayne, he's been a character for decades.
Can he act though?
I think so.
And is he gonna want to put in the time to yoke up a little bit?
Man, yes. His brother would beat his ass if he don't do it. And come on. I think anybody would get into shape if you're getting paid millions of dollars and you have a trainer. How can you not hold on? I'm sorry, my throat is dry as hell, y'all.
I don't know. People, I don't know.
Hold on, Larry. Yeah. I think 90%. Getting in shape is hard. It's a lifestyle. However, the people that can't do it right now, I think that if you was getting paid for one, at least $1 million. You have a trainer that is right there with you in the gym to help you on every set, every rep, and you have a cook to prepare your meals. I just don't think it's hard after that, bro. I'm not saying everybody can do it, man, but I'm thinking that at least 75%, 80% of the population can do that if you have that. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying, if I had that, I'd be the finest dude on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with you. If they reboot everything, I'm almost down with them bringing in a younger Batman. Because if they're going to start it over again, bring someone in new that's going to be there, someone that can be there for a good 10, maybe 15 years. Like I like the kid from the redhead kid that's on that CW show. What was that? Riverdale, the one that played Archie. I like that kid. I think he's already, it's already part of the CW, so it's already part of the same family. I wouldn't mind seeing him come in and play Batman.
I got you.
And he's young enough that he could be in there legitimately, probably for a good 10, 15 years without noticeably aging.
Let me read this real quick. That won't work. The cast don't make no money outside of more. Aquaman made more money than Justice League and BVS. Got you. Now, Larry, I know we both like this show, Cobra Kai. Both love that show, right?
Mm.
Now you probably like, B, we talking about DC stuff. What the hell you talking about Cobra Kai, man? Like, I don't. I'm gonna connect it. I'm gonna connect the dots. I'm gonna connect the dots. There was one character.
I want to see you weave this in.
Yeah, there was one character in this show that stood out to everybody. He was a mainstay. His name was Miguel. You know what I'm saying? And with all these cancellations, this is one thing that they're not canceling that I'm happy about. And that's Blue Beetle. You know, this guy right here that was playing Miguel, he's playing Blue Beetle. Do you want them to get rid of that, or you want them to keep it?
I don't really know this character, so I don't have many feelings about it at all. So I just don't know this character. So
I got you.
I like the kid that plays Miguel. I like him as I liked him in Cobra Kai. So
right. Now, you wait. Don't you watch Young Justice?
I do, but I'm far behind. You guys put me up on Young Justice. Yeah. I'm only on season 2 because the seasons are long, but things are like 27 episodes.
Right. So yeah, season 2 introduces Blue Beetle. Okay. And I will be honest with you guys, Blue Beetle is not my favorite character. He's kind of annoying to me in the Young Justice series. Also, where OneTakeBigDog at? I'm still confused on the big difference between Cyborg and Blue Beetle. I mean, they're both technologically taken over by robots and circuitry, so I'm just kind of it's hard for me to distinguish that. But I am still excited for Blue Beetle, not because of the character, but because of the character. I don't even know how to say his name. Zolo Maraduena. I like him as an actor, and so this does get me excited for Blue Beetle. And so with James Gunn, and Peter Safran coming in and them continuing the Blue Beetle movie series, that does get me excited. So, and
I want them to make some more DC villain movies or shows. I like their villains better. Their heroes are too goody two shoe most of the time, so I like their villains better. Like I would love to see them come in and make a Bane movie or a Bane series. That would be dope.
And did you want to see this Batman, a Batwoman or Batgirl or woman or whatever?
I want to see her, so yeah.
I got you. Interesting.
I mean, I like Catwoman. I haven't always been the biggest fan of Batgirl, but I'm not just throwing it away and just being like no, but I haven't always been the biggest fan of Batgirl. Just never really did anything for me. I
got you. So let me ask you this. If we were to get a Batman Beyond movie, like who would you want to be cast as Terry McGinnis? Or do you care? Can you think of anybody off the top of your head?
Man, off the top of my head, no, I can't really think of anybody that I'd want. That's just like jumping out at me.
Yeah, I had somebody in mind, but it's slipping me right now, so we'll just have to see, man. We'll have to see. But they taking over, man. That's Peter Safran on the right, James Gunn on the left, he was dating the girl in Peacemaker. Well, I think they're either married now.
The one that the blonde chick?
Yeah. That's his lady. And so
right. I'm not mad at her.
Yeah, I'm not either. She was an attractive woman, So I don't know, man. You got any more commentary on this DC shakeup, man? And
I will say this. I can't remember who it was. There was one of these actors or directors or something, one of these sort of old school big dudes that was saying that that the people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe were not movie stars because people don't think of that. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was saying that.
Quentin Tarantino? Or
was that who said it? He was saying
recently
that, where he was saying people don't think of them as actors. They think of them as Thor, or they think of them as, as
and Anthony
Iron
Mackie
Man,
said
or
it too.
whatever.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Anthony Mackie said it as well. But keep going.
Yeah, so they're saying that, but this is the thing. I think that is a good thing for the MCU, because when I look at DC and I see the way that The Rock played Black Adam, I did not see Black Adam in that movie. I saw The Rock. I think that was part of the problem with it. I think there was so much focus on The Rock playing this role that the movie, it should have been about the movie. And I don't think it was always about the movie. I think a lot of it was about him. And I think if you had someone else who was not such a big name, it would have been about the movie. And I think that's where I think the MCU does really good with that. Even when they have some, because it's not like they don't have some big name actors in there. I mean, they have, Robert Downey Jr. was big when he did that, but he had his fall off for a while, then he came back up. But in large part, I feel like they find actors that are talented, that have some experience, but they're not made necessarily household names at that moment. And I disagree with the whole idea that they're not movie stars. I think they're movie stars just like anybody else. But I think the fact that people identify them with their character is fantastic for the MCU. When people talk about Black Adam, the first thing they say is The Rock. They don't talk about the Black Adam. They don't talk about Black Adam. They say The Rock. I don't think that's the case with anybody else in the MCU. I think everybody talks directly about their character first.
Already. Happy birthday, Rabia. Happy birthday, right. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Larry, before we head out of here, man, you see any lovely, lovely comments like the food is musty from Mara that we want to get into real quick? Cause I've been trying to pay attention to comments and like what the panelists is saying as well.
No, I think we covered much everything,
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of these articles are in the description box below. Got it from Deadline. That's IMDb. Didn't mean to bring it up, but also got this comicbook.com with Batman Beyond. The Batgirl directors talking. Also, Patty Jenkins as well. Oh yeah, James Gunn. He talking about these tweets and stuff. As far, let me just read this real quick. So as far as the story yesterday, the Hollywood Reporter, some of it is true, some of it is half true, some of it is not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet on whether it is true or not. We all know we're not going to make every single person happy every step of the way. Well, we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in the service of the DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. As for more answers about the future of DC, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. I'm cool with that. We're giving these characters and stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer. And he just left us with a dope-ass poster right there of a lovely team. And so I think, man, the DCU is in good hands. I understand some people can be frustrated because these articles also go into the frustration that a lot of the people that are working on this stuff right now, like, wait a minute, because, Henry Cavill just came out the other day talking about, hey, I'm back in Superman. Patty Jenkins talking about, hey, I can't wait to work on part 3 of Wonder Woman. And they changing it up on their ass, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can understand some frustration, but at the same time, you want to move forward at full capacity, full potential, not handicapped because you're attached to some BVS that came out a number of years ago. So I think this is dope. Again, I think they should go with my plan because I'm right about everything, of course. I'm joking, but I would like them to reboot it, but keep the same characters. And y'all can, y'all hear what I said.
They need to. I think they really need to make these characters, the heroes, a little bit more complicated, because I always feel like the DC heroes are so straightforward and goody two shoe, and I just feel like on the Marvel side, there's so much more complicated. You have heroes like Deadpool and Killmonger, and you have people that are like Venom. You have characters out there that are, are heroes, but there's so much, they're so complicated in a way that it's not easy always to root for them. It's not all. It's like you root for them at sometimes you're like, can I root for this dude? He just did that. Can I still root for him? You don't really get that on the DC side. All the superheroes are sort of goody two shoe, and I find myself really at times connecting more with the villains because I find the villains are more complicated and oftentimes are sometimes doing good, sometimes doing bad, and you're like, ooh, wait, I'm supposed to hate this dude, but I kind of connect with him. I kind of get where he's coming from, I guess I want their villains. I guess I want their heroes to not be so straightforward.
Right on.
They're boring.
Right on. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the final topic for today. We wrapped up on everything. And again, everything that we discussed is going to be in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure.